Morning, everyone. So I'm here for 10 minutes, but it's going to be a really, really important 10 minutes. So just before I sort of go into the things I want to talk to you about today, I just want to give you a bit of an insight into who I am. So I work as part of the consultancy team at Reward Gateway. So I'm lucky enough to work with some of the people in this room, but also with some people that we don't work with. My job is to understand a little bit more about the challenges that organisations are facing, whether they are looking at engagement for the very first time or whether this is something that they've been trying to tackle for a number of different years. And one of the things that Tracy was talking about was Amazon, and I think that's quite a good place to start. So online shopping has taken us by storm, hasn't it? You know, retail on the high street have obviously been affected really quickly, and the people that do online shopping well have risen to the top really quickly. And I'm actually quite new to shopping at Amazon. I've only been doing it the last 6 months because I didn't want to sign up. I didn't want to have another account for something. But how easy is it to shop on Amazon? That's why they're doing so well. They make something that is so many different products. They understand what you're looking for, and then they make that process absolutely frictionless. So when we're looking at organizations that are providing technology or people that are using technology, to make sure that they can dominate their space, it needs to be really, really easy. So there's two key things that I'm going to share with you from the work that I've been doing with organisations, both clients, and actually just from listening to people at events like this. And the very first thing that we need to be thinking about as HR people, we need to be thinking about our customers, which are going to be your employees. And the place that we need to start is that employee experience, so user experience. So this is something that Amazon do so well. So for you guys that use Amazon, you know what I'm talking about. For you people that aren't using Amazon, it's a great place to experience it. It's about not just what you're putting in front of your employees or in front of your customers, but it's about what does it feel like to use. And what Tracy was talking about with some of the HR systems that were probably available to us over the last 15, 20 years, the focus definitely hasn't been on user experience. And to be honest, the reason why is that the majority of our HR systems have been focused on that complexity. You know, it's very much been about the importance of pensions, very much about how do we manage all of this data in the back end. And when we're looking now at the importance of employee engagement and taking the things and the initiatives that you guys are working really hard at and delivering it out to employees, we're suddenly left with this gap of, well, I've got this great initiative, I've got these things I need to get out to my employees, but I haven't got the tools to do it. So it puts us in an interesting position because we've got all people here from all different sectors with all different employees. Some of you have got benefit systems and things that you are connecting with your employees with already. But it means that for people that are looking to do something for the very first time, when we are looking at new potential solutions, it's now taking something completely away from what is the functionality. Functionality is going to be, of course, completely key at what you're looking at. But for this to be something that delights your employees, we're going to have to look at what does it feel like to use. So this takes me really nicely onto the second point. Mobile is key. So when we're thinking about not just what does this look like on a desktop, when we're thinking about some of your colleagues that you can connect with during the day or when they are out on the road, particularly when we're talking about benefits and reward, people aren't using this during their workday. You know, this is something that you have to make them want to use, and they'll be using it in their downtime. So if you can provide a system that is mobile, that is how you're going to reach as many people as possible. So suddenly it's about taking it away from what the system capability is online, but making sure that you've got that beautiful experience on mobile. And there's some really, really good data to support the usage, which is growing year on year. And actually, I'm a commuter, so I get the train all the time from just outside of Newbury up to London Paddington. I was blown away just 2 days ago by seeing somebody reading his emails on his watch. So there might be some of you innovators in here that have got some of the smart watches that are out there at the moment, but that seems to have just come out of nowhere, and it's going to evolve. So as this sort of mobile technology is increasing, you need to make sure that the things you are delivering out to your employees can facilitate that. So what I kind of want to talk to you about is how have we taken these things? So for some of you people that may not have spoken to Reward Gateway before, our job is to basically work with organisations with their challenges. So we listen to our clients, but we listen to potential clients as well. So what we've been working on is, right, let's look at, across the 1,200 organisations that we support at the moment, across 2.5 million employees, let's look at the data on how they're accessing their reward and benefits programme. So what we wanted to do is we split it into 3 parts of the day. When we look at the morning time, so between 6 and 9 a.m, if you're like me, you're on your mobile phone. So I'm on the train commuting, everything's on my mobile phone. First thing to check out is Instagram, and then I make my way through the other things. Emails are usually last. So it's no surprise that about 47% of usage through Reward Gateway, through your benefit and reward programme, is through mobile or tablet. At work, it obviously spikes with desktops and laptops as people are more online and in front of a computer, more static. But when we look at the evening time, it once again peaks to tablet and mobile. So what does this tell us? When you have an initiative that employees don't have to use during the working day, because this is something we've got to accept. People are not going to have to use your benefit programme. You've got to make them want to use it. So what does that mean? They're going to be using it in their downtime. So those 2 key areas that we need to be looking at is in the morning and in the evening. And over half of it already is through tablet and mobile. So as we look at our journey over the last 8 years, we've had to evolve. We've had to look at new ways that we can support our clients. So when Ollie was talking to us about Aviva and AXA, and when they were joining us about 7 years ago, we provided to them one stream of their benefit programme. We provided a fantastic, easy-to-use employee discount programme. But as we branched off into supporting our clients in new ways, we suddenly knew that actually, for us to deliver fantastic experience, we needed to develop these services ourselves. So you can see a branch up here where we branched out into things like childcare vouchers, cycle to work, holiday trading, and we suddenly became, we had the ability to support clients in ways that they had never had before. But I want to draw your attention to this stream here. As technology has evolved, organisations have said, well, what we want to have is fewer places for our employees to access the things we want to put in front of them. And it kind of links back to what I was saying about Amazon. I don't want to have another account. And your employees, to make sure that you can give them 100% accessibility, you need to have as many barriers eradicated from the things that you're trying to give them. So what we've seen a trend over the last couple of years is organisations creating hubs for their benefits, their rewards, their cultures and values, learning and development. And this is what has started our brand new SmartHub product, which Rhys is going to talk you through in a minute. 67% of the clients that we've been helping over the last year have been launching hubs of some sort. Now, for some of you that are looking at benefits for the first time, you're in a fantastic position where you can start your benefit and recognition journey by putting things in one place. But for many of you, you'll have different initiatives that are spread out, and what you're looking to do is bring them together for the very first time. So what we want to show you, and what Rhys is going to talk to you about, is how SmartHub has been supporting our clients in that way. So SmartHub was launched in October of last year. Ellie's going to get up later on today and talk to you about the very first SmartHub programme that was launched here in the UK. But when we were designing it, we focused on building everything from mobile first, because we knew that was going to be crucial to the support of our clients' programmes over the coming years, because we know that your employees will be using this system in their downtime and on their mobile. So we launched SmartHub. So I'm just going to give you a bit of an introduction into what our SmartHub looks like. So for some of you, this may be the very first time you've seen something like this. We wanted to create something that could reflect the culture of the business. We wanted to empower our clients to set the tone of their programme. When we think about some of these systems from yesteryear that are very much focused on that complexity side of things, what we wanted to do was make sure that we could give something that people love to use that was really, really visually rich. So this is our programme. We've called it Boom. And you can see that the tone and the branding runs throughout absolutely everything. So our SmartHub is completely smart. It's accessible on any device you're using at all. And how we've been able to use that is through smart tile technology, which Rhys is going to talk you through in a minute. Now, for many of you, a challenge that you'll be looking at with things that you're putting out to your employees is, well, we can't have a one-size-fits-all. I've got lots of different employees, All of them want different things. We need to make sure that this works. It needs to be really tailored to them. So a key part of the design of SmartHub is that actually you've got full profiling capability so that you can actually make sure that your employees are logging on and seeing the content that you want to deliver them. So as we just take a quick look through here, because it's made up of this tile technology, suddenly we are giving you the ability to put in front of your employees the content that's important to you so that you can have a program that really reflects the things you're trying to get out to your employees. And that user experience has got to be beautiful no matter what device you're using it on. So a key part of this is actually whether you're using an iPad, an iPhone, whether you're looking at it long ways, up ways, it's completely up to you in terms of how you can suddenly present communications, reward and benefit initiatives out to your employees. So that was my 10 minutes. I hope that's been really, really useful for you. Rhys is going to get up now and actually give you a bit of a run through about how organisations are bringing to life their projects and what that looks like. So thank you very much for your time.
Make sure that's on as well. Hi everyone, I'm Rhys and I'm Implementation Specialist here at the Royal Gateway. So Dom spoke through a lot of the user experience areas of the site and how it's really going to boost engagement across your platforms and your benefits and all the other things you have going on in your HR systems. What I want to show you is what our clients have actually been doing with SmartHub, so what they've been up to since the 24th of October when we launched the product. The first example I want to show you is from Thales. And Thales are in the logistics and defence industry. What they gave us was a brief to create them a pure recognition platform. So there's no discounts anywhere on this platform. You'll see the artwork's brilliant, and as down the left-hand side, on the previous example of Boom, what you saw was a menu function. We've knocked that out here. What they want to do is put that recognition piece at the forefront of their employees' minds. So you'll see they've got their e-card piece here. They've got some educational pieces around why the recognition piece is important. Down the bottom, they've got their nominations and things as well as their instant awards. But what's really nice is these two tiles with our values and behaviours. So this is where SmartHub really comes to life. On a beautifully designed smart page, what they've got is an education piece for each employee to engage with around what the recognition piece is, what it means to each employee of Thales, and what pieces they can engage with on a day-to-day basis. What's really nice about this one is on the right-hand side, they've actually hosted downloadable certificates for their recognition piece. So a line manager can actually download those and personalise them for an employee right from your SmartHub and your smart pages. Down the bottom, we've got links out to the certificates page, instant awards, above and beyond, which is their nominations piece, and their e-cards as well. So it's a really, really nice piece. It gets better though, and what we've done here is created a page around their values. So you'll see lovely artwork there on the left-hand side with each of the Thales values there listed, but it's about what that means to each employee of Thales and how they can demonstrate those values on a day-to-day basis. So it goes from becoming just a visual piece to an educational piece for the employees as well. So it's a really nice recognition portal, done really well through the use of the SmartHub and Smart Pages as well. The next example is slightly different in that it focuses a little bit more on employee discounts. So this is for Yorkshire Housing. So again, you'll see the brand elements come through in the colours here in the icon work, which they provided to us. But what I wanted to get down to is here at the bottom, you'll see more benefits for you. So this is what we call a quick links tile. So it's not about having all of your benefits given priority and prominence right at the top of the page, but showing them and showcasing exactly what they get as an employee of Yorkshire Housing. In this case, they've got information on childcare vouchers, car lease scheme, pension, those kind of benefits that people won't necessarily engage with on an everyday basis, but they need to be on that hub in some way. Again, this is supported by beautiful smart pages. Now, this is an interesting one because it's your physiotherapy service, something that might get lost in an employee handbook, not necessarily one of your primary benefits. But by using a smart page, you can actually bring it to life for employees, tell them all that information in a really concise way, and give them all the information they need to be able to engage with that benefit. So down on the right-hand side on this one, you'll see they've got the leaflet for this benefit, hosted on your SmartHub, on your smart page, so they can download that straight to their phone as well. So just really simple stuff done well. There's a lot of challenges in the room. I know I've worked with multiple companies in the room here and hope to work with a lot of you in the future as well. And something we come up against a lot is where someone has an overriding brand that has different elements, so different businesses underneath it. So this was the problem that, when I say problem, it's not a problem at Reward Gateway. We've got a solution for it. So CBS have 4 distinct business units. So they've got the group, they've got people like Last FM, and they've got Simon & Schuster. What that means is the benefits across the group are different. So here you'll see, again, focuses around a bit of the discounts piece. They've got their Twitter feed directly into their hub, and they've got the handbook, which is actually just for CBS Group employees. What they needed to do was profile this out. So someone at Simon & Schuster won't necessarily engage with the CBS Group brand on a day-to-day basis. So what we needed to do was profile those users to be able to see different benefits at different times. They're regional, they're local, and they're relevant for them. So that means that bringing those benefits that are at the forefront of an employee's mind at Simon & Schuster is used through the SmartHubs to make those come to life for them. This is a really nice example. So this is Coakley, GDS Suez. So I worked on this project. We've got around 14,500 staff in the UK, so a really big workforce. And what they wanted to do was run a full benefits package through their salary sacrifice modules and their voluntary benefits as well. So you'll see you've got cycle to work, childcare on there, you've got the discounts piece. This one that flies past on the right-hand side is a smart tile, which uses a postcode of a user to bring them the local gym, and they can just click Get Pass and download that gym, take it in and get their discount. Down the bottom, they've got their healthcare cash plan, as well as a really nice piece around their brand new values, which they were driving through the SmartHub. But what I wanted to show you on this one is a holiday trading tile. So when an employee engages with holiday trading, they go through the application process. Once they've done that, they don't necessarily need to see that tile, but what might be really nice for them is to see that they can browse holiday retailers on there. So we've segmented that when a user is engaged with holiday trading, they then see the retail tile instead of the application form. The final thing I want to show you in terms of SmartHub is a really nice feature we launched just a couple of weeks ago, which is Smart Press. So JCB Group actually did a survey before they launched their SmartHub with us, and they asked employees what they wanted to see on their hub, whether they wanted to see discounts, whether they wanted to see benefits information, HR policies. And one thing that came about from this survey was that they wanted to see news and announcements, not just from the business, but from the wider industry as well. So what we can do with SmartPress is create articles in a blog-like format for employees to be able to engage with at their leisure in terms of finding out whether the acquisitions are going through, in this case, whether someone's changed job role, or even the DVLA licensing changes as well. So it's really nice, makes that hub the one-stop shop for them to be able to engage in lots of different things, from your benefits down to your news and announcements and industry news as well. But what makes SmartHub so great? You've got direct control over your hub. So that's Tracy up the top there on our Boom SmartHub. And you'll see what you can do in Reward Manager is go through and edit your tiles. You can change the sizes, you can change the text, you can link out to documents, you can link out to websites. Really, really simple and intuitive. You'll see how easy it is just to move things around, everything reformats, and then when you set it live, it goes live on the site straight away, and it all formats down to the right size for mobiles, tablets as well. But that's not enough. So, Lisa's laughing over there now. So this is Lisa's layouts, the home serve layouts. What you can do with Smart Scheduler is schedule layouts to go live at designated times. So, for example, you might decide that you want to run a cycle to work window in April or May time when the weather's getting a bit better, and you can create that layout at Christmas. You can set it up in your schedules. So Lisa's got a few different ones here, and all you do is click drag to schedule, and you'll see the dates down the bottom there. So you can be sitting on a beach in Saint-Tropez, and you can have your cycle to work window open and be given priority and prominence at the top of your Smart Hub as well. And help's always at hand. I know this can seem quite daunting. We've got a fantastic resource in the RG University, but what's really nice is this Pinterest board. So this gives you hints and tips on how to make a really nice Smart Hub. You can edit it yourself, we give you free reign over that, but we want to really help you out in terms of creating nice tiles that are engaging, use the right kind of language as well. So you've got all this resource sitting behind the scenes to be able to push this forward for you as well. So that's SmartHub and what our clients have been doing with it. And you can connect with myself and Dom on Twitter as well. I'm happy to take any questions later on outside as well. Thanks very much.